Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So take a look at that crypto market. Bitcoin almost at $6,000 per coin, up 4.68%. Ethereum really taken off, 9.46, XRP up 1.91. Everything looks like it's in the green as of now. And when you take a look at this chart, well, let's look at this first. The market cap at 188.8 billion, almost at 190. We haven't seen it that high in a long time. Bitcoin on the daily. Now, we always know, follow Bitcoin and you will get a good idea of how the market is marching along. And this is Bitcoin on a daily. And I've always maintained once we pass this mark here, the 63-ish hundred mark, 6,500, I think that we will continue to see momentum. I think it's a good indicator to let us know that the market is indeed healthy. We've also been getting a lot of news coming out that Fidelity is going to start cryptocurrency trading very soon. Also, governments have tabled regulations for cryptocurrency, and those should be ironed out soon as well. But let's look at Bitcoin right now. And so look at this new high. The former high was here back on May 4th. We saw a high of 58.46. Now this high is 59.70. So almost breaching the $6,000 mark. And we need to continue to see momentum here. Little tip for you technical analysis people, if you are interested in learning a little more, and I zoom in here. If we didn't see this green candlestick here and all we saw was this red candlestick with the long tail, the short body, and the medium-sized wick here, when you take a look at that and you don't take into consideration the candle beside it, and then you go down here and you look at the volume, and you see how the volume is relatively high compared to some volume bars that are pretty low, and you see red and green, you're like, well, how does it correlate? Well, when you see a candlestick that looks like this with a long wick or a long tail and a short body, and when that's coupled with relatively high volume, what that tends to mean is that there is going to be a strong move up or strong move down followed directly after, because what this signifies is that traders, there's enough volume, so there's volume of trading volume going up and down, and the supply and demand is really figuring itself out here, and so a lot of the traders agreed upon a certain price here, but then the next candlestick, we are definitely going to see, after these traders have been tired out, we are definitely going to see a strong move up or a strong move down. Just a little tidbit there. I know some of you guys like the technical analysis side of it. I hope I described that clearly enough. It made sense to me. In Bitcoin news, and we talk about Bitcoin because a lot of you guys are involved in alts, invested in altcoins like XRP, the best digital asset in the world. But Bitcoin, I've been hearing it in the news, hammered in the news across many different articles. 1150 Bitcoin price will absolutely become a reality in 2019. So this person is suggesting that we will see an $1,150, or sorry, not 1150, $11,500 Bitcoin price in 2019. Well, we've got 7 months to go. And looking at this chart, I could see that being a realistic possibility. Okay, let's not forget, this thing moves fast, right? I mean, we could see a Bitcoin hit 10,000 by next week, theoretically. I don't think it's impossible. You know, once this momentum starts building, and once we start seeing the volume increase, it's the volume that we need to see increase, we will start to see more demand for Bitcoin, less supply available for Bitcoin, and therefore Bitcoin ultimately commanding a higher price. Another Bitcoin piece here, and of course, John McAfee, a huge supporter. Bitcoin price will reach 1 million in 2020, or you're an idiot. And he has famously stated that he will eat his own private part on national television if we don't see a certain price for Bitcoin by a certain time. And I believe his original prediction was back at the end of 2018. He said we were going to see a Bitcoin go to 1 million by the end of 2018, and then he retracted, of course, and or it was something like that. Maybe it's by the end of 2019 or by the beginning of 2019. I don't know. If you guys remember exactly what that original prediction was, because he clearly didn't meet it, and he knew we weren't going to see it for another little while, so he did revise that. The point I'm trying to make, though, is Bitcoin is killing it in the news right now because we are seeing this continued momentum, right? Movement up, right? After a year and a bit, 15 months of seeing boom, 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 we're starting to see renewed interest. This one here, $100,000 Bitcoin price will likely kill every other cryptocurrency by 2021, says Major Crypto Fund. And so this guy is stating, or the Heisenberg Capital, in a tweet, is reaffirming its $100,000 price target on Bitcoin. And I don't think that that's unrealistic. I think Bitcoin can hit $100,000. To be honest, I think at the peak of the next spec bull run, if we see a spec bull run, or even if it's utility based, basically once people get the FOMO and all want to pile in, kind of like how pot stocks, how cannabis stocks reacted once they came on the Canadian market first, and now they're being traded on the US stock exchanges. But like 3 years ago, when cannabis stocks were first introduced to the Canadian stock market, wow, did I make money. They moved like cryptocurrencies, I swear to you, and I had never seen stocks move that fast, that far. And this is the same kind of thing. It's the FOMO. The FOMO effect, people's fear of missing out. And so we could theoretically see a Bitcoin. Ultimately, what they're saying is 100,000. I personally think it could be closer to 300,000. A big part of this is this here. This theory will be tested in May 2020 when the Bitcoin output will be halved. So historically, this 4-year halving triggers a huge run-up in prices, which begins a year in advance. And so the last time Bitcoin halved was right here, 2016. Much has changed for Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain since the last Bitcoin halving, something the community calls the Halvening, which happened July 9th, 2016. And each time it happens, no one is entirely sure how the Bitcoin price or the economy that has built up around it will react. Well, we can look back to historical trends, and if you go back to July 16th, 2016. So this was May 2016, June, and then July was around here. We saw a drop after this big uptick, but Bitcoin was continuing to move up, okay, the entirety of 2016. So the run up to 2016, it was about a year before that. So this was 2016, and then it continued to move up. If you look at this is June 2015. July 2016 is here. Okay, so the run up to that, so the year leading up to the July 2016, we saw a run up, and that was the beginning of the bull market. As you know, there was a bear market after this huge bull run up here in 2013, and it was bear all of 2014 up until mid 2015, and then by June, exactly a year before the halvening, July 2016, we started to see prices rise. So what does this all mean? We all hold XRP, and I'm talking about Bitcoin today. I'm talking about how the price will rise, and I'm sure all you guys are pretty frustrated with me right now. There are a few things you guys have to remember. Bitcoin will do well in this market. I am not denying it. I have always been completely transparent with you guys, and I've told you guys in the past that I do own Bitcoin. So I want Bitcoin to do well. I think that since Bitcoin has the name recognition, it will do well, but I always reiterate that the majority of my cryptocurrency portfolio is in XRP, and I do hold some other altcoins. But the thing you got to remember is that Bitcoin is always the first to move, and I always want to hit this home. Bitcoin will move first and slow. So if you want to make some money in a few weeks or in a few months, I'd say invest in some Bitcoin, because right now the trend is looking like it is moving upward, okay? The last time I bought Bitcoin was actually here around absolute bottom. I bought it at 3,500 approximately, averaged down my investment. And as you can see, right, the trend is moving up. Bitcoin continues to move up. So what I suggest to you, if you guys are looking, to make a few $1,000 here or there by tomorrow, well, not tomorrow necessarily, but, within the few weeks, a few months, even a year, you can make a tidy little sum on Bitcoin. But what you guys have to remember is Bitcoin is too expensive right now for you to get insanely rich off of. Unless you bought Bitcoin at 30 cents, i.e. the price XRP is trading at today, you will not get filthy rich off Bitcoin unless you are already a multimillionaire. Because let's remember, in the last bull run, Bitcoin was doing the same thing. It was moving quite high. But look at the top gainer of 2017's bull run, Ripple XRP, at over 36,000%. Okay, followed by NEM Ardor, Stellar, Dash, Ethereum, Golem, Binance Coin, Litecoin, Amize Go, and Bitcoin here with a measly 1,318% increase in all of 2017. Guys, it's because the price is already very expensive, so unless you are a multimillionaire already and you have the money to throw behind Bitcoin, I'm not saying you're not going to make money. All I'm saying is that you will not make tons and tons and tons of money. For that, you probably should get into some alts. Of course, I'm a huge proponent of XRP, and the reason I say that is because the price right now is really, really good to buy. And of course, for all the reasons I've outlined in many of my videos over the last several months, XRP has got a serious team behind them, Ripple, who are doing amazing things in the cryptocurrency space. And not only that, guys, and I've mentioned this before in several videos, XRP not only has great potential, not only did it see the largest gains in 2017 at 36,000%. Multiply your investment by 36,000% and see where you could come up in the next bull run. Not only all that, but XRP was stagnant for the majority of 2017. This is 2017, guys, and look, and I showed this on the chart yesterday. Look at how stagnant it was before the uptick on December 12th. That's when it saw the majority of its gains. So this has the potential to move fast. Other altcoins are the same. I'm not saying that this is a unique quality that's only possessed by XRP, guys. Alts that have a good team behind them, a low cost, but have a purpose in the cryptocurrency space. Don't go chasing some crap coin alt. On page 10 of CoinMarketCap, do your research. And I know some of you guys don't like him, but really, Robart is a very intelligent trader. Yes, XRP is stagnant. It's very typical of XRP. You know what else is typical? Biggest gains when it explodes. That's right, baby. XRP all the way. But I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.